You guys are complaining about that Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it. That's the propaganda. Wow. I thought it was.
You guys want to see actual Nazi propaganda? Let's do that. Before we even get into the story, let's do that. Let's look at some actual Nazi propaganda. I think it would only be appropriate for the subject at hand. You ready? This right here is Nazi propaganda, calling for the eradication of the Jews. Because you see, the word Nazi has a very specific meaning. But according to the troll-looking individuals on the left, the wokety-woke folk that you see here, a fascist or a Nazi is simply definition for anybody that triggers them. So yeah, here's the story, and we will continue to go down this rabbit hole, but here's the story. Company by the name of American Eagle, which is an apparel brand, puts out a commercial featuring a chick by the name of Sweeney. Nope, Sydney Sweeney. I always think Sweeney Todd. I'm a real life nerd, folks. I'm thinking Johnny Depp before Sydney Sweeney. Anyway, Sydney Sweeney is featured in this commercial, and the goblin looking individuals on the left are losing their ever living minds. That's the story, the end. Now, I'm going to bring that commercial up. It's going to be worth our while to see what it is that they're actually losing it about. So let's go ahead and check out this so-called schmatzy propaganda, shall we? I know what you're expecting. You're expecting little mustaches and a couple of those and Hiles and whatnot. So, be prepared, I guess, for disappointment.
Sydney Sweeney has very canes.
Let's run that back one more time. One more time. I mean, the commercial's all but over.
Sydney Sweeney has very canes.
That's it. Now, were there some Easter eggs? Are there things that we missed in this? I mean, again, little mustache. No. Maybe if the car was a Volkswagen, right? If it was a old VW. No, we have an all-American Mustang GT. So, where exactly is the schmatzy propaganda? Well, I'll tell y'all where the schmatzy propaganda is. It's the fact that they finally have a decent looking woman in a commercial. That's it. The fact that there is not a 350-pound, 4 mental illness wielding ghoul of an individual, but instead a blonde hair, blue eyed, dare I say, decent looking young woman. That's the problem. That's the issue. Now, for just our own enjoyment's sake, we're going to go ahead and finish this little rollout of the meltdown. So let's get into that.
It's gonna be like kind of bad. That's gonna be in history book.
I will be the friend that's too woke because there's Sydney Sweeney American.
I'll say it if nobody else will. Do y'all notice that there's a very specific look to these individuals? Is that maybe one of the first things that popped up in your consciousness? From this to this. That's who has a problem. That's who perceives this as schmatzy propaganda. Do I have to spell it out? I think I do. Give me a J, J. Give me an E, E. Give me an A, A. Give me an L, L. Give me an O. Give me a U. Give me an S. What does that spell? Insane people.
Weird. Like, Nazi propaganda weird. Would we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda?
America fought the schmatzis. Are we insane? America was part of the Allied forces that literally fought and defeated the actual schmatzis. Meanwhile, y'all, the ilk, the likeness of this right here, with this flag in the back right there, the Transformers for the Tribulation, the gays for Gaza, are lockstep with this movement here. From the river to the sea. Good Lord.
Like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is not propaganda.
If you haven't fully comprehended how bad it is, I need you to open your eyeballs and listen. This is...
Oh, well, at least this one doesn't have tats in the bull nose ring. Okay, so number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay.
Haven't fully comprehended how bad it is. I need you to open your eyeballs and listen. This is not shit. Pure not shit. Saying that a blonde hair, blue-eyed girl has good genes is not shit. Saying anybody has good genes is eugenics. Blonde.
No. Eugenics is when you look to eradicate an entire group of people based upon who they are or what they are not. In the same way the actual literal schmatzis did. In the same way, the very same people that you have pedestalized are doing right now. You see how that works? You're looking to erase normality and replace it with your insanity. Erasure. Dare I say, ethnic cleansing of sort, just in a different version. You want to do away with a dad, a mom, and a child in that context and replace it with whatever abstraction and demented sort of imagery that you have. You want to replace a boy with girlhood and a girl with boyhood. Demented. Dare I say, schmatzy-like, experimenting on human beings. See how that works? When you say that a company that sells jeans and puts them on a said Sydney Sweeney has good genes, we call that marketing. Now, if they said, we will erase all people who don't look like her, then we're getting into the territory of eugenics. You see how that works? It's literal things are literal, right? I think we have to get back to that place of just the thing itself is what it is. A schmatzy is a schmatzy, and they're here. Oh, they're very real. And they trust me. I get my fair share of schmatzy attacks on a daily basis. Because, being an agent of the Mossad, you can't help but get that sort of backlash on a daily basis. So, yeah, let us continue here. Let us continue.
Hair blue-eyed, not this pro-Americana bullshit talking about pure Americans having good genes. This is not that people, especially Jews, have been warning about for a very long time. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Genes is just a play on genes. Shut the f up. This is not. Sydney. People, especially Jews, have.
Interesting. They've been trying to warn us, huh? They've been trying to warn. Look at that, right? Okay. Who's next?
This is Nazi.
It is giving dystopian.
Okay.
Sweeney's jeans ad is.
Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it. Okay.
Giving ethnic state propaganda. It is giving dystopian. It is giving 1940s Germany. And they could have had her said anything. She could have just said, I'm hot, drink my bathwater, here are my genes. But instead they had her say, genes are passed down from parents to children. I have good genes. My genes are blue. Why? Yeah, no, that was like the most thinly veiled propaganda I think that I've ever seen. I hate it.
Okay. Now, I'm going to call out the obvious. And I'm going to do it in the most succinct, bureaucratic sort of way. Okay. We're not looking to be mean just for the sake of being mean, as easy as it is. Trust me, I've got plenty of material here. But here's the thing. When you believe yourself to be on the other side of the beauty spectrum, we'll just call it that, right? Use your imagination. Here's the beauty spectrum. Here's beauty. Here's drop dead gorgeous. When you view yourself to be in opposition of that, which many of these individuals do, how do I know? Because they try to force quote unquote ugly onto everybody else. And when I say ugly, I'm not even using my own definition. I believe that all of us have our own preferences and type or whatever the heck it is, right? Well, I mean, if you're a straight man, you tend to not have a type, and it's usually just, beauty is beauty. But there are precepts. There are confined biological imperatives that do equate to beauty, such as health. Let's talk about mothers. Okay. So, when you have individuals who look like this, there is a signal to the brain of the healthy individual that this may not exactly be a healthy person. And this is generalization, but we still have to have this conversation, right? Throughout the nation, contemplation. I'm done. Okay, so here we have the indicators, right? So we have the drawings all over the body. The tats everywhere. And I'm not saying everybody who's tatted everywhere is, clinically unwell, but that could be an indicator coupled with something like the exact bull nose ring. These are indicators that it's like they're signaling out to the world to be like, do not approach, do not touch me, right? Do not procreate. As you can see, indicator. Now, health, again, she's doing a little better. But here we have full-blown obesity. Obesity is an indicator of dis-ease. It is going to be harder to reproduce. Our receptors, our, biological ability to perceive something as attractive or not attractive has to do with procreation and survival, which are, in tandem, right? For example, our ability to smell can let us know that a food has gone bad to avoid toxins and poisons. That's survival. Our ability to see somebody and see that they're unhealthy and therefore we are polarized from them. That has to do with procreation. It's going to be harder to procreate with an individual here. Again, this doesn't have to do with you not being able to accept yourself and value yourself no matter what you look like. It has nothing to do with that. And truth be told, most people who think that they are ugly are simply probably just overweight. You know, you get yourself in good shape and it will be a drastic change as far as you being able to attract a mate or suitor, or, you know, being attractive to the individual that you are coupled with, that you're married to, hopefully. So yeah, there's that, right? That's why they're taking the deep offense to the jeans comment. Like me, I'm a black man. I don't have blue eyes, blonde hair. I don't have any of these classical tropes, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's not an insecurity for me. I believe that, you know, the things that I have make me valuable. If I am not perceived as attractive to one person, that's okay. If I'm not attractive to millions or billions, I'm perfectly fine with that. I am not ruled by that aspect of my ego. Maybe other parts, but not that part. I literally could give less of a damn. If you think I am attractive, fantastic. Happy for you. Thank you very much. I move on. This is about personal insecurities. These are individuals who do not believe themselves to be attractive for whatever given reason. And they project that onto the rest of the world, and they look to change the standards. That's why for the last 8 to 10 years in this, peak wokeness, everything was getting doled down. You saw the beauty contestants and it was dudes in dresses half the time. Everything has to be dismantled and, decolonized to make these people feel comfortable with what they see in the mirror, as opposed to them working on that. And, somebody like this, I'm like, wow, what this is damn near is giving trad, right? Maybe it's cosplay or whatever it is, but maybe she just feels she has to join the party. Schmatzy propaganda is a very specific thing. If American Eagle came out and said, Heil the little mustache man or something of that nature, that's actually Nazi propaganda. Or even not just propaganda, that's just straight up schmatzyism. That right there is a basic ass commercial with a decent looking chick wearing jeans. Simple. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace. Aquarius. Where?
I've been up for hours, I've been up for days, staring at the ceiling, I've been counting strays, I've been in my feelings, I've been out of mind, I've been getting visions of the other kind, I've been up for weeks, I'm in the count of blessings over count of sheep, I can never be the type to limit when it comes to me, I used to be the pleaser for the people I ain't even need.